Good morning, February 21. The permanence of God's love. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Separation anxiety is defined as the fear or dread felt by a person at the prospect of being separated from a beneficial relationship or environment. It becomes a disorder when such anxiety impairs one's ability to function normally. The great reformer Martin Luther might have suffered from such anxiety at the prospect of being separated from God due to his own sinfulness. Only his discovery that a relationship with God is sustained by faith, not works, Romans chapter 1, verse 17, set Martin Luther free from his anxiety. No Christian should ever fear being separated from the love of God. That is the clear testimony of God himself written in his inspired word. Living in a world of imperfect love and failing relationships, we may find it challenging to rest in a love so pure and so permanent. But God's love is indeed pure and permanent. Paul exhausted his creativity trying to think of something that could come between us and God's love, and he failed. Read Romans chapter 8, verses 38 and 39. Be anxious for nothing, Paul writes in Philippians chapter 4, verse 6, and that includes the permanence of God's love. The true measure of God's love is that he loves without measure. Unknown. Good evening. The living Christ is real. The Spirit himself testifies with our spirit that we are God's children. Romans chapter 8, verse 16. Your ultimate goal should be to know and experience the living Christ in your life. Without him, you may maintain a high moral standard, but it will lack the spiritual dynamism and power that are essential elements of a living faith. Jesus Christ is much more than a historical figure. He is the inspiration and driving force of millions of powerful lives in the world today. It is not enough to recognize only the Christ of history. What you really need is an awareness of his living presence at this moment in your life. This awareness will never become a reality until you develop a passionate longing to make him your own. A half-hearted desire is simply not enough. When your greatest passion is to experience the presence of Christ, you will speak to him from the silence of your heart. Share with him the things that are happening to you. If there have been moments when you excluded him from your life, tell him that you are sorry, and you will find that his grace enables you to restore your relationship with him.